We are in the A court at American Dream Mall, right next to the food court, or well, I guess we're technically in the food court. You got the bar over here. There's a ton of restaurants, quick casual stuff around the corner, and the main atrium's right over there. And we're right by the windows, so you get a view of Plains Landing, possibly at Teterboro. You got a giant macro right across the street over there. There's our hotel in the distance right there, next to Marcus. I'm assuming that's Neiman Marcus, but I could be wrong. And then you have MetLife Stadium right across the street with a giant Verizon sign over there that I'm assuming is holding cell equipment behind it. I'm not sure what road that is, but it's running right along the side. Oh, maybe that's Route 3? I don't know. So anyway, we'll start out with Verizon Wireless, and we'll run a speed test here, and we'll see what we can get. I'm assuming we're going to get the macro since it's right in front of us, but I could be wrong. 199 on the down, 56 millisecond unloaded ping. The loaded ping times are pretty high, the jitter's a little high as well, and the upload's pretty bad. So there's Verizon. Give me just a moment and I'll switch it over to T-Mobile. Alright, T-Mobile fired up and ready to roll. Again, I assume everybody's right across the street over there. In fact, I think T-Mobile's on that mid-rack there, but I could be wrong. It's kind of hard to see it. T-Mobile pumping out a good download as usual. 35 millisecond ping, loaded ping times in the 500s, which is alright. It's not super spectacular, but it's fine. 9 millisecond jitter. And the upload is looking like it's gonna not go over 40, but that's alright. 37's okay. Again, nothing super spectacular, but very usable. Give me 1 second, we'll switch to AT&T and give them a shot. Okie dokie, AT&T fired up and ready to go on the Google Pixel 9 XL. On the trip down here from upstate New York, AT&T was definitely the most lackluster of the three major providers. But the signal was usually pretty okay. I mean, I never lost coverage on AT&T, and for the most part, I had a pretty solid connection in terms of raw coverage. So 52 on the down, 65 millisecond ping. The loaded ping on the down's just okay. The loaded ping on the up is bouncing around between terrible and fine. Jitter at 10. And the upload is pretty atrocious at 1.25. So there's AT&T. Again, not sure if AT&T is on that site across the street. But boy, somebody on that bottom rack, and of course the windows are filthy, so it's going to be hard to zoom in. Somebody on that bottom rack's got a ton of crap on it. But there you go. There's our, there's the first or second, depending on how I edit this, speed test here from East Rutherford, New Jersey, with MetLife Stadium right across the street. Today's video is brought to you by CircledIn. CircledIn.com makes it super easy to get the benefits and savings that come along with a postpaid or prepaid wireless account without having to set one up yourself. Let's take just a second to see how easy it is to use CircledIn.com and save a ton of money on your wireless. Starting out on the CircledIn.com homepage, I would start by clicking All Circles. Once the page loads, you can sort by postpaid or prepaid providers like Verizon, T-Mobile, Google Fi, Simple Mobile, and Metro. If you see a plan that piques your interest or you feel fits you best, you can click Join Circle, read through more details about the plan, and if you decide to go for it, you can click Reserve. CircledIn also now supports streaming services like Netflix, Disney, Hulu, HBO Max, and more. CircledIn.com. Check them out today. Thank you again for supporting the channel. What's going on, everybody? We're in East Rutherford, New Jersey at the American Dream Mall. Specifically, we're in the Nickelodeon Universe, which is an indoor amusement park with roller coasters and just all sorts of kids' rides and games, things like that. My family is currently on the roller coaster right here. I think it's called the Slime Machine or something like that. So I figured since we're here in a very busy area, I would run a speed test for you guys. Ignore that result, that was old. We'll close out of that. And we'll start out by running AT&T and Verizon. We've got different servers queued up here. I'm using the Action 5 Pro, so I don't know how great the footage is going to be, but we got Verizon starting out at 296 on the down, 35 millisecond unloaded ping. The loaded ping times are just, they're all right. It's a little high on the down. Jitter at 3 milliseconds, 53.4 on the upload. AT&T over here at 178 on the down with a 72 millisecond unloaded ping. The loaded ping times on oh boy. We just lost the Pixel. 1 second here. There we go. Oh, and now we lost the iPhone. This is going great. Anyway, 178 on the down, 72 millisecond unloaded ping. And surprisingly, the loaded pings on AT&T are beating Verizon, which is unusual, although their up's a little higher. So there we go. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna switch the iPhone. Oh, this was a terrible choice of a place to put this test. There we go, now I got it a little closer. All right, I moved the chair a little closer and now it's helping out. All right, we're switching over to T-Mobile. Let me just load something so the modem is fired up there. T-Mobile seems to not be, there we go. All right, so we'll close out that result. And here we go with T-Mobile inside the American Dream Mall. We've got a 35 millisecond loaded ping. And the download is looking like it's going to be comparable to T-Mobile, Verizon and AT&T. The loaded ping times are in the 500s or 400s. Jitter at 9. And the upload looks like it's going to be the weakest of the three. So there you go. There's T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon inside the American Dream, specifically Nickelodeon Universe. And I'm sure I'll be running more tests before the day is over. Let me know down in the comments how you like the American Dream Mall.